Navigating Freedom's Path, Unpacking the First Step Act and its Transformative Impact. In the realm of criminal justice reform, the First Step Act stands as a pivotal piece of legislation aiming to recalibrate the scales of justice and address the systemic issues plaguing the U.S. incarceration system. Enacted in December 2018, this landmark law has sparked a significant shift in sentencing laws and correctional systems, marking a monumental stride towards a more equitable and humane justice system. Here, we delve into the intricacies of the First Step Act, examining its provisions, impacts, and the path it paves for future reforms. A glimpse into the past, the need for reform. For decades, the United States has grappled with the consequences of mass incarceration, a phenomenon fueled by stringent sentencing laws such as mandatory minimum sentences for drug offenses. The repercussions have been profound. Overcrowded prisons, strained state budgets, and countless lives disproportionately impacted, particularly in communities of color. The call for change was loud, clear, and long overdue. The First Step Act, key provisions. The First Step Act embodies a multifaceted approach to reform, targeting sentencing laws and prison reform. Its key provisions include sentencing reforms. The FSA addresses the draconian measures of the past, reducing mandatory minimum sentences for certain drug felonies and expanding the safety valve provision, allowing judges more discretion to impose sentences below statutory minimums in qualifying cases. Retroactive application of the Fair Sentencing Act. It makes the 2010 Fair Sentencing Act retroactive, rectifying the disparity in sentencing between crack and powder cocaine offenses, a change that significantly affects thousands of inmates serving disproportionate sentences. Good time credit expansion. Inmates can now earn more good time credits, reducing their sentences for maintaining good behavior, a move that incentivizes rehabilitation and reduces recidivism. Compassionate release. The FSA streamlines the process for compassionate release, providing a mechanism for inmates with terminal illnesses or extraordinary circumstances to petition for early release. Rehabilitative programs and earned time credits. A cornerstone of the FSA is its emphasis on rehabilitation. Inmates are encouraged to participate in vocational training, educational coursework, and substance abuse treatment, earning credits to reduce their sentences or qualify for pre-release custody. The impact, a shift towards rehabilitation. Since its enactment, the First Step Act has had a tangible impact on the lives of thousands of inmates and their families. Over 7,000 individuals have been released from prison due to the retroactive application of the Fair Sentencing Act alone. The expansion of good time credits and earned time credits has further contributed to a reduction in the federal prison population, marking a shift towards a system that prioritizes rehabilitation over punitive measures. Challenges and criticisms. Despite its successes, the First Step Act faces challenges and criticisms. Implementation has been uneven across federal prisons, with discrepancies in the availability and quality of rehabilitative programs. Additionally, the Act's reach is limited to the federal system, which houses a fraction of the U.S. incarcerated population. Critics argue that for true systemic reform, similar measures need to be adopted at the state level. Looking forward, the path ahead. The First Step Act is aptly named, signaling the beginning of a long journey toward comprehensive criminal justice reform. Its success has sparked discussions at both the federal and state levels about further reforms, including addressing the root causes of crime, improving re-entry programs, and tackling the disparities in the justice system that disproportionately affect minority communities. Conclusion: a beacon of hope. The First Step Act represents a pivotal moment in the ongoing struggle for justice and equity in the United States. While not without its flaws, its enactment and implementation have shown that bipartisan support for meaningful reform is possible. As we look to the future, it serves as a beacon of hope and a foundation upon which to build a more just and humane system. The journey is far from over, but with continued advocacy, research, and policymaking, the dream of a reformed criminal justice system is within reach.